Hey, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. We'll be working on core strength with body weight program today. All you'll need is a mat. Lie out your mat side onto me like this. Wear some sturdy athletic shoes. Keep some water handy for hydration. Let's get warmed up. Our first two sets of our core training are going to be done standing, and then we'll move to the mat. So let's bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders with your toes pointing straight ahead. Soften your knees and lengthen out through your waistline. Pull your shoulder blades back and stand really tall. Brace your core muscles. Take a slight brace on the core. Bring the hands to the front of the thighs. Let's hinge at the hips. Lift up, press the hips forward, open the front of the body, and then lift upright. Hinge, sitting back. Press the hips forward and lift. Let's do it again. Hinge, come up. Hips forward and lift. One more time. Hinge and lift. Hips forward and come up. Now squat down and up. Keep your hands on your thighs. Sit back through your hips. Keep your chest facing forward. Let's do 4 more. Toes point straight ahead. Squat down one more time. Come up and reach to the left. Squat and reach to the right. To the left. Let's keep going. Same thing. Squat. As you warm up and you feel yourself getting a little bit looser, maybe try a deeper squat. Always in a doable range of motion. Couple more each side. Last one each way. Now reach side to side, reach across. Release the heel. Reach out level with your shoulder, thumb up. Keep a proud chest and pull back through your opposite elbow. Release the heel. 8, 7, 4, 3. Swing your arms. Easy swing. Relax the arms, just swing them, rotate side to side. Lift the heel, rotate the hips. 8, 7, 4, 3. Shift across and reach for your opposite knee. Hinge at the hips. Reach to the inside of your opposite knee with your hand. Sit back, hinge. 8 more. 4, 3, 2, hold to the right. Now sit back and come up. Go to the other side. Shift. One leg is straight, one leg is bent. You'll stretch the inner thigh of the straight leg and warm up the hips. 1 more each side, please. Now turn your toes out, leave your heels turned in, squat down and open your inner thighs, stretching the groin. Press the knees back. Drop your right shoulder down, look up over the left. Go to the other side, look up over the right shoulder as you press the left knee back. Now press both knees back, squat a little deeper and shift side to side like a sumo wrestler. Hold there, and bring your toes forward, squat down and lift up. Roll both shoulders back. Step your feet in closer, circle your hips. Circle your hips the other way. Roll your shoulders back. We are warmed up and ready to go. I'm going to start my timer. We're doing each move for about 45 seconds. You'll have about 20 seconds to readjust in between each moves. We do 2 moves for 2 sets for 4 different sequences. Now you have it. That's all you need to know. We'll start on the right leg with a kickstand hinge. So this works the whole of the core as well as the hip, and the hip is actually part of the core. Kickstand your left leg, hands on the thighs, hinge at the hips and lift up. Keep 80% of your weight on the right leg, just 20% on the left. Hinge at the hips and lift up. Sitting back each time, come up tall. Keep your knees soft. Brace with your core. So feel your core muscles gripping and holding you stable. Let's do one more. And come up. Now bring your feet wide apart. I'd suggest stepping off your mat for this one so you can swivel your feet easily. Lace your fingers and loop your thumbs so you're making a fist with both hands together. Squat down, hands between the legs, and come up and chop onto the right side. Same thing to the right. Squat and chop. Release your left heel each time you chop to the right. Sit back and chop. Make sure you release the heel and swivel the foot. Come down slow and come up quick. Squat and chop. Last one, squat and chop. Okay, let's do everything on the other side. Kickstand your right leg, stand on your left, 80% of your weight on the left leg, soft knee, hands on the thighs. Hinge and lift. Keep the back of your neck long and come up tall each time. Sitting back and lifting up. Move the hips back. Hinge directly at the hips. Try not to bend at your waistline. Bring your gaze down with you so the back of your neck is staying long and your neck is in a neutral position. Slightly tuck your chin. One more. Okay, golf chop. This move's especially good if you do play golf or any sport that involves rotation, but it keeps your spine healthy. Rotation is an important function of the spine. Lift your chest and brace your core. Squat down. Squat, chop to the left. Release the right heel. Squat and chop. Come down slow and come up with some power. Squat and chop. Release your right heel each time you chop to the left. Let the hips rotate with you. Keep a strong brace on your core muscles. Squat and chop. Okay, that's it for our first sequence. Second sequence is also standing. So have your feet hip distance apart, so a narrow stance. We have a rear lunge. It's going to strengthen your core as well as your leg, or both legs. So you're going to lunge back with the left leg, down and rotate to the right. Step in. Let's try it. Lunge, rotate, center, and step in. Lunge, rotate, center. and step in. Lunge, rotate, center, and step in. This is a challenging movement. It's going to really develop some good, important strength in the hip, in the thigh, and in your core. Lunge, rotate, center, and step in. Now, diagonal chop. Have your feet a little wider than your shoulders. Lace your fingers and loop your thumbs to make one big fist. Bring your hand up to the right side, release the left heel, chop down to the left, release the right heel. Up and chop. Lift up and chop. Lift up and chop. So you're releasing the heel on both of those chops. Up and chop. And chop. Done. All right. Very good. Let's do the other side, starting with the rear lunge. So have your feet about hip distance apart. Readjust your alignment, standing tall. Brace your core. Lunge back with your right leg to begin. Let's go. Lunge, rotate, center, and step in. 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 Big step back onto the ball of your foot. Rotate round and step in. Lunge, rotate. This is the last one. Center and step in. Now bring your feet into a wider stance. So your feet are a little wider than your shoulders. Toes point straight ahead. Lace and loop to make one big fist with both of your hands. Bring your hands up to your left shoulder and release the right heel. You chop down and release the left heel. Up and chop. Up and chop. Lift up tall and chop down. Keep a firm brace on your core muscles so your core feels activated and strong. You're stabilizing your midsection with your core. Up and chop. Lift and chop. Lift. Last one. Lift and chop. Let's go to the mat. We're starting with a plank. Now, it's a 45-second plank, so we'll be playing with this a little bit. Do your best. If you can't make it for the whole 45 seconds, no big deal. Come onto your forearms. We've got 2 chances to get this right. Walk your knees back, tuck your toes under, and shift your shoulders forward. Now, lift one knee up and down, other knee up and down. Brace your core muscles as you lift and lower the knees. Now, if you want to make this a little harder, lift both knees up and down. I'm going to stay with one knee because that feels better for me today. But if you want to take that challenge, by all means do. Keep the back of your head lifted. Try not to drop your head down. Brace your core. One more each way. and down. Come up onto all fours. Come up into all fours. Now spread your fingers. You can also do this on fists, here like this, but I prefer to really spread my fingers and make my hands as big as possible. Opposite arm and leg stretches out, lifts, comes down and in. Reach, lift, down and in. Stretch out, lift a little, down and in. Stretch out. Keep your core braced, hips square and level. Last one. And down and in. All right, let's go back to our plank. Walk your knees back. Come forward onto your forearms. Open the elbows. Bring your shoulders forward over your elbows. Tuck your toes. Lift and lower one knee at a time, or for a greater challenge, both knees together. You can choose. I'm staying with one knee today. That feels better for me. You do what feels best for your body. If you start with lifting both knees and it gets to be too fatiguing, just come back to one knee. If one knee at a time is too fatiguing, just rest on your knees and stay there. That's already a great exercise. Head lifted, shoulders down and back. Done. Come back to the bird dog. All right, either on fists or with hands spread, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Core braced. Stretch out. Stretch. Lift. Center and in. Stretch. Lift. Center and in. Stretch out. Lift a little. Keep your hips square and level as you lift. So keep your hips square as you lift the arm and leg to strengthen the core. Stretch. Lift. Lower. Here's the last one. Stretch. Lift. Lower. And down. All right. Come onto your side first. One more series. And then roll onto your back. Center yourself on your mat and pick your knees up off the floor, your feet off the floor, like you're sitting in a chair. You've got a 90-degree bend at the hips and knees. Bring your right hand onto your left knee, other hand up. Stretch out and in. Lower the arm and leg at the same time, and as you do that, keep pressing your right hand into the inside of your left knee. Keep your head on the mat. Inhale and exhale. Very challenging dead bug. There's lots of versions of the dead bug. This is a challenging version of it. Take a break if you need to. Keep going if you can. Almost there. And put your feet down. Bring your hands back behind your head and open your elbows. Crisscross. This one comes from Pilates. Pick your feet up off the floor like you're sitting in a chair. Now drop one foot, rotate across to the other side and come down as you lift the other leg. So cross and down. Cross and down, and down. Keep one shoulder down. So one shoulder is down as one shoulder comes across. So don't lift both shoulders, just lift one shoulder across. We're finishing with a very challenging set. Here's the last one. And down. Okay. Whew, okay, dead bug on the other side, and then crisscross, and then we're done. Then we stretch. So bring your feet up off the floor like you're sitting in a chair. Left hand comes to the inside of the right knee. Right hand up. Let's go. Down and up. Push your hand into your knee and your knee into your hand. Lower the opposite heel towards the floor. Brace your core. You inhale as you reach, exhale as you come in. There's no movement in your torso. You're neither pushing the back downwards nor letting it pop up. No movement. Almost there. 2 more. Okay. Crisscross. And then we're done. Whew. Right, lace your fingers, bring the hands behind the head, just to rest the hands, the head in the hands. Pick your feet up off the floor. We go across and drop the opposite leg. Keep one shoulder on the floor, just cross over. So you're not lifting both shoulders up, you're just bringing the elbow across to take a look at the inside of your opposite knee. As you drop that same side down. Exhale each time you come up and across. Inhale as you lower. Rotate. One more each side. Rotate. And feet go down. Head goes down. Hands come down. Let's stretch. Lift your hips up. And let's open the front of the hips before we do anything else. Lower the hips down. Let's repeat that. Lift the hips up. Dig your heels into the floor. Point your tailbone away so you feel an opening through the front of both of your hips. Let your shoulders relax. Relax the back of your neck. Your head just feels neutral. You're neither jamming your chin into your chest, nor is your neck extended. All right, bring your hips down. Pick your feet up off the floor and take a hold of both legs. Pull them in. Release your left leg and pull your right knee in. Straighten out your left leg. Circle the foot on the right side and then flex the ankle. Stretch up and bend. Let's stretch out the hamstring, the back of the thigh, and the calf by flexing the ankle. Good. Now bend both knees. Cross your ankle above the knee. Open the knee to the side. Take your right hand between your legs. Lift the left foot off the floor and take a hold of your left thigh and pull in. Pull that in. Make a little rocking motion side to side just to explore the stretch a little. And uncross. Place the feet on the floor. Lift the hips up. Open the front of the hips again. Relax your neck and shoulders. And come down. Lift the hips again. Lift up. opening the front of the hips. Push the heels downwards to drive the hips upwards. And then take both knees and hug them in towards you. Release your right leg all the way down and pull the left knee in. Circle the ankle. Circle it the other way. Flex the foot and stretch and bend. Stretch and bend. Let's do 3 more. Stretch. Oh, that just feels so good down the back of my thigh. I hope it's the same for you. I love this stretch. Good. Now bend both knees, cross the ankle above the knee. Take your left hand, reach it through the legs and take a hold of your right thigh and pull that in. And then rock a little side to side. Just explore the stretch. And then roll onto your side. And then roll all the way onto your front. Onto your forearms and onto the front of your body. Press your forearms into the mat. Scoop your tailbone downwards and press your chest forward between your arms. Lift your navel in towards your spine and feel that stretch down the front of your body, the front of your torso, stretching your abdominals. Keep your hips on the floor as best you can. Give your glutes a little squeeze and press your chest a little further forward. And then lower. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Sit back. Open your knees, touch your toes together and sit back. Take your time moving the hips back, stretching through the shoulders, the hips, the thighs. Now lift up. Let's move to standing. Bring one leg forward, tuck your toes under, and then press up. Stop halfway. I like to stop halfway so I don't get dizzy when I stand up. I find that very helpful. Come up. All right. Now rotate the body side to side. Release the heel. Let the arms just swing easy around, releasing any tension in your neck, arms, and shoulders. Easy, easy, easy rotation. Okay, hold here. Now let's stretch out your neck. Stand comfortably with your feet about hip to shoulder distance. Soften your knees. Reach your fingertips down towards the floor and tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder, stretching the left side of your neck. And flex the left wrist. Push the heel of the hand down, pressing deeper into the stretch. And release. Roll your shoulders back. Reach your fingertips down towards the floor, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Tilt your left ear over to your left shoulder. And then flex your right wrist and press down through the heel of your right hand. Pushing down, stretching the right side of your neck. And release, roll both shoulders back. Okay, that's it, we're done. We did some really vital core training. We did some motion, we did some stability, we worked rotation, and we worked stability. So we worked on the entire core as well as in the hips, which are also a vital part of the core. Thanks for joining me. I can't wait to move with you again. Bye for now.